Welcome back, wonderful humans. I'm Danielle, and I currently live alone and trying to shift towards healthy meals whilst remaining on a budget. To do that, I obviously have to buy food from the store, and here's what I ended up getting this week. My total spend in Lidl was £22 and a little bit, but I then also got something that was 70p from a different store, so I am including that in this total amount here today. I got myself a cronut, one of the chocolate coated ones, and because of the fact I'd spent £10 already in my previous shop, I technically got that for free, and I had that with my afternoon cup of tea on the Saturday of getting the groceries. I also got some loose baking potatoes just because otherwise the bags of them are super huge and impractical for me when I live by myself. I got some more fridge raiders to continue having as some of my snacks during my workday. I also got some of these spicy salami sticks. They're obviously not necessarily the healthiest in terms of the fat content, but I did choose the ones that had the least amount of your recommended fat amount for your daily allowance in each of the serving sizes. So hopefully they will be tasty, especially given they're not actually the cheapest of things. I got some mozzarella, not 100% sure what I'll do with this yet, but it was discounted and I am normally able to find ways to incorporate mozzarella into my meals one way or the other. So because of the fact it was 50% off, it meant that it was only 44p. I then got some of this Greek style salad cheese, which is, of course, just basically feta and again, super cheap as well. I have a few ideas planned for it, and I'll go over those in a few moments. But then I got some of this lighter cottage cheese because, again, there are a few things I can do with it. And in fact, I might end up mashing up one of the older potatoes that I still have left and mixing some of the cottage cheese through with it and baking it. I've done that before and I actually find that to be super tasty and filling, and again, that might be a good option for a midday snack for me during my work week. I got some more of that apple, mango, spinach, and avocado cold pressed juice just to try and get a bit of extra vitamins and nutrition into me. And again, for the price it is, it's not too bad at all. I got some broccoli, I got made sure it was a nice fresh one, but they had some of these little packets of two small ones, which I find to be a lot more practical. And then if I just want to have a bit of it and pop the other bit into the freezer, that isn't any problem at all. I got some salmon fillets. Think I might pop some of this into the air fryer with a bit of that feta. And I still have some tomatoes left as well. Pop that all in there together and then just add in some pasta for one of those sort of all in one air fryer mixers for a nice sort of fresh evening. And then I wanted a bit more sort of seafood going on. So I got some of this frozen seafood selection. It does say that you can just thaw it out and eat it, but I'll probably end up putting it into something like a little mini fish pie sort of thing at some point in time. We'll see how I feel. I do just like to eat it as it is as well, but I'm not sure about it being from defrosted. And I got some cashews. I'm not technically supposed to eat cashew nuts. I'm allergic to tree nuts. But I find that cashews are some of the ones that as long as I eat them in small amounts just now and then, I don't actually tend to have a reaction to them. In the same way as I'm also allergic to peanuts. But if I manage to make sure I don't have a huge amount of them, I just incorporate them into meals from time to time, then that isn't too bad at all. And given the size of this bag was 1 kilogram for the £3.29 price tag, they're going to keep me going for so long. I just need to make sure that I put them into a nice sealed container so that they don't go bad or go soft whilst I'm trying to slowly get through them without making myself ill. But then the other item that I mentioned, I nipped into one of the local B&Ms and they had some Warburton's crumpets in one of their discounted sections where it was a special offer. And I'd normally just get some of the normal little ones, which are normally cheaper, but these ones I find to be a bit thicker and fluffier. So, given the amount of food I got, it feels like quite a lot, but it also feels pretty healthy and nutritious. So, overall, to be honest, well worth the money. And I think it's worth it when it comes towards shifting towards healthier eating. And as always, thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like buttons and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you again soon.